Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Oh, hey, looks like I'm a little closer there.
Here. Yeah, well, maybe. Hey, but look at that bird over there. Look at that bird.
That is a pretty bird.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, wow. Okay, let's get the ball. I got a point then. Hey, wait a minute. How'd that happen?
No, that's the way it was.
Ed.
Huh?
You told me to look at the bird. When I turned my head, you moved your ball closer.
You caught me.
Now,
You gotta be disciplined.
I've been talking to head harvester Steve here, and he says you should always have 2-on-1 when you do a discipline meeting with a person.
Oh, you gotta discipline me.
You've been a bad bocce ball player today. So this is our HR tip today, just a little intro here. So the 2-on-1 discipline. So we want to talk about having 2-on-1 for an employee discipline process. So we have head harvester Steve here from HR. He is the head harvester of HR throughout the nation, not just East Coast and West Coast, everywhere.
Dr. HR.
So how do you handle EE, or that's our famous term for employee discipline?
Sure. I think it should be done 2-on-1, whether it be a verbal warning, maybe not so much coaching, but a verbal warning, written warning, suspension, or termination. It always should be done 2-on-1, where the supervisor will give corrective action to the employee on either policy violation or poor performance, anything like that. But there should also be a silent witness, whether it be another supervisor or an HR person or somebody neutral, just to make sure they're doing documentation, because we want to make sure that the supervisor giving the feedback is doing it in a non-discriminatory and fair way, okay? And likewise, after the situation is over, you never know if the employee is going to make up some stuff that he was harassed or she was discriminated against, or the supervisor
yelled at or misbehaved.
Some type of retaliation. So this way, instead of it being a he said, now we have the silent witness who can just stay there if they ever have to testify in a court of law or write down some documentation saying those allegations never happened. The supervisor did conduct the process fairly according to our procedures, and that way discipline is done correctly. So that's why it should always be done 2-on-1. All discipline, coaching, written, verbal write-ups, especially terminations. That'd be my recommendation.
So, and then when we ask the employee to sign that form, sometimes they refuse to sign that. So that might help in that process as well, having a witness there.
Oh, they don't have to sign it, do they?
They don't have to sign it, and Harvesterville makes a great point, because sometimes employees who are being disciplined get so upset, or they feel they're being, persecuted or whatever, they don't want to sign. Now the witness can say, I was there as a witness, and I can sign as a witness, or the HR person or the other supervisor can say, employee refused to sign, and put my name, or the supervisor's name, and the date, just saying, employee refused to sign disciplinary form. And that way we have, again, some corroboration that the discipline process was handled correctly.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if they signed it or not.
It would be nice if they did, but I mean, if they don't, at least have a fallback plan, because if they're just 1-on-1, there's no proof, there's no evidence there, and we would lose in either an arbitration or in a court of law. It'd be very problematic.
Good point. Excellent point.
That's a great HR tip. And you did cheat, and I think you should get like 2 days off without pay or wine. I should torture this guy. That's right.
Hey, I thought he was going to make me buy a couple rounds, but I guess I got off easy.
So here's what we'd like you to do. Your assignment is to go back and look at how you do your discipline process at your company. We highly recommend a 2-on-1 process. And if you click right down below, you can download a discipline form that will help you walk yourself through that 2-on-1 discipline process. And we have a whole bunch more information very similar to this in the Academy, the Harvest Way Academy. Now we want you to click down there and learn more about the Academy. For $10, you get one free month. Not one free month, it's $10. Sorry about that. Try to mislead you a little bit. Not really, but it's $10, and so you're going to get a great amount of information.
Don't forget about the book.
Oh yeah, if you sign up now, you're going to get Ed's book, and it's a great book, green side up, and it's all on CD. You can listen to it in your car and truck and all that kind of good stuff. It's fabulous.
Or if they can't sleep at night.
Or if they can't sleep, it'll put you to sleep as well. This is Head Harvester Bill Arman.
Head Harvester Ed LaFlamme from the East Coast, watching these guys.
Head Harvester for Human Resources Steve Caesar.
Now go out there and harvest your potential.